Quick draw,
yeah.
hit or miss.
You got it.
Welcome to Microsodes. You're listening to the first episode of our new miniseries, Quick Draw.
Quick draw.
Okay, so this is going to be a quick draw. We just made this up right now. So get excited, because I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
So it's going to be a very short, hopefully within 10 minutes.
We're already wasting so much time.
Oh my gosh, it's already a minute and a half. Okay.
This is where we do a quick take on a show.
In general.
A TV show / TV series.
Yes.
Because we're not going to be talking about an individual episode.
Yes.
Or sometimes a movie that we think is either a hit or a miss.
Exactly. And we'll just say, like, should you watch the past seasons to watch the newest season coming up?
Absolutely, you should.
So we might use Quick Draw for stuff that we haven't fully finished yet, or something that doesn't really need a whole episode. We won't have any scoring categories, and we're not going to do any deep dives into any of the shows or movies. I mean, we'll obviously mention things, but it won't be like specific to the categories. It'll be quick, i.e. the quick in Quick Draw, and it'll be straight to the point. I'm not really sure how to make draw work,
Sure.
But that's it.
And don't worry, little cowpokes. There won't be any spoilers in this quick draw.
Or any of them.
Oh.
No. That was great. That was great.
No, okay. Today's quick draw is about the man who's also got a quick draw, Mr. Jack Reacher.
Otherwise known as the series Reacher.
That is correct. So we are now on season 3. We have not finished it yet.
We have not.
We're getting close. But this is one of those TV shows that I thought I would have to watch by myself. Not have to, but I didn't think Ashley was going to be very interested in it, especially when the first season came out. She was just she had to do a lot of homework, and there was a lot of stuff that was going on. And so I was like, oh, I'll just turn it on while she's doing that. And she looked up from the first episode, or maybe it was the second or the third episode. She was like, what are you watching? And I was like, oh, this is Reacher. And she's like, can we start this over again? I think that's one of the best things about it, is that it kind of appeals to lots of different audiences.
Yes.
And I think the other thing too for us was, or for me specifically, is that Ashley's dad introduced me to the Reacher books. I'd seen the movies with Tom Cruise, and I kind of understood that there was a book series that was behind it. And your dad was actually the first one that gave me one of those books. And the very first one that I read, I was just like hooked. I thought it was so good. And then so reading the book from the first season and the second season and now this season has been so much fun to see kind of what they're doing, how they're changing little things here and there. This season seems to be the furthest away from the book. But overall, I just think that it's just so well done. And Alan Richson, I think. Richson, okay. He is like Reacher to a T.
Yeah.
And it's so cool seeing it. What do you think about it?
It's one of those shows where I'm not a huge action movie or action TV show person, but when there's a good story,
right,
then I like it.
Yeah.
And this one, I remember literally sitting on the couch with you, doing homework and not being able to look away. It was so good. I was like, you can't watch this anymore without me.
You can't watch this anymore without me. I remember that.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And I think because it's based on a book, there's so much writing that you can use. There's so much content you have for this movie, because you have a whole book of information.
Yeah.
So there's never any lulls in conversation. It's never like you have to wait for someone, they're going to hem and haw about something. This is more of like, this is what's going on. That's what's going on. This is how I feel. This is how you feel. this is what's happening. It's like every scene, there's something new, and it really like catches the ADHD style of my brain. It's like,
Fair enough.
it's one of those shows where, and I know we've had shows like this before, but it's kind of like you watch it and all of a sudden you're really, really in, and then it ends.
Yeah.
And it's like a cliffhanger on every episode.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, and that's how he writes his books too. So like the chapters, I've told you there's been days where I've sat down here next to you when you were doing homework, or you were doing stuff for your former employer, and it was just I would sit and read 80 pages or something,
Yeah.
because it was just you couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
And I think that they did a great job encapsulating that in this TV series, and the people who produce it. Like you said, to your point, I mean, he's not going to play Reacher for 17 years, right? There's so many of those books.
Right.
But they have these ideas that they can just pull from.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an original idea. They can make modifications to it and to the story like they have with this season. But for overall, it's just like, wow, this is just really well done. Like
Yeah.
I said, every time we're like, okay, let me pause it for 45 minutes in. There's only 5 minutes left. Like,
What do you mean?
Yeah, you're like, it just started.
I know.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of shows where I'll be watching it and I'm like, ugh, I can't wait until because usually we'll watch a show at night if it's like a serious show, and then we'll watch a couple like lighter hearted shows. So we
Right.
end our night on something light.
Yeah, you don't want to go to bed watching Long Legs or something
Right.
like that.
So then we watch like 15 minutes of something else, and then we watch
Yeah.
like Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers or Superstore when
Yeah,
we were watching that,
Superstore. Or Parks and Rec.
Fresh off the boat.
Fresh off the boat.
It's Always Sunny.
It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
The Office.
The Office. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, those are all ones that we can throw in a quick draw too.
Exactly.
Oh,
Quick draw.
yeah.
Hit or miss.
You got it. Hit or miss.
Yeah.
Hit. So Reacher is hard hitting.
Reacher is a hit.
Reacher is a hit.
Yeah. I guess also I'll mention I've never seen Alan Ritchson, I
Yeah.
believe his name is.
I think so.
In anything else. So when I first started watching the series, I thought he was a really bad actor. But now after the third season, I'm like, oh, this is Reacher.
Yeah.
This is like he's really embodying the character that it
Yeah.
feels like he's a really bad actor, but in reality, he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
It's like, holy
Yeah.
it's so crazy. I'm like, oh, he looks like the character, but he's not very good. And now I'm like, oh no, he's great.
Yeah.
I didn't realize,
Right.
because I didn't know the character yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny that you bring that up, because a lot of the times in the book they'll call Reacher like a jerk or an asshole, or you always this rude to people, or
Yes.
blah blah blah. And he's just like, well, I'm always rude to people that are rude to me, or he'll say something like, well, I didn't have anything to say yet.
Yeah.
And people were like, God, why are you so like difficult and prickly to like talk to and deal with? And that's just who he is and how he's always been, except for with his, obviously with the people in his military, what the special investigators unit. I think he really likes Neely and the other girl too. I think he opens up to them maybe a little bit more than anybody else, but for the most part, yeah, that's just who he is in the book. And so this is a great representation. So definitely a hit.
I would say it's a hit too. And there you have it. From one person who saw the series and read the books.
That's right.
Bobby, not me. I didn't read the
Oh,
books.
yeah, that was me.
I did see the series though.
You did.
2.5 seasons so far.
2.5 seasons. We're almost through season 3.
Yeah. It's a hit.
It's
you
a
should
hit.
definitely watch it.
Quick draw.
What's it on Prime?
Yeah, it's only on Prime.
Yeah. So if you have a chance to see the third season, and you can really see any of the seasons out of order.
Yeah,
For the
I think
most
I
part-
think what ends up happening a lot of times is that they'll do a recap. If it were me and you were like, "Oh, do I have to watch the seasons?" I would say it actually probably makes more sense for you to watch season 2, then season 1, and now season 3.
Oh.
Because
That's how the books were?
No, I don't know. I don't know how he started them off, but a lot of times in Reacher, it'll go back to different memories, so it doesn't really matter in the book. You can kind of pick it up wherever. And they'll just kind of give you a brief overview of who he is, just in case you picked up number 8 or something like that. But I
Oh
think
yeah, they'll make small references to people in different seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was thinking that if you watch season 2 first, you would find out like a lot more about who he was as an investigator and like what his team did and what they meant to him. And then if you flip back over to season 1, you can kind of see like, because at the end of season 2, he gets on the bus. Yeah. And at the end of season 1, he got off the bus and just started walking down the road. And so it kind of would almost blend itself into something like that, you know? But that, if I was going to say, if you want to watch it out of order.
Yeah.
But no, if you want to watch it standalone, you could start off with season 3 because there isn't really. There aren't too many
references.
The only person you wouldn't know is like Neely.
Yeah, and at that point, she's not a huge character in this season anyway.
Yeah, not yet. I guess your dad was saying that she has some stuff towards the end.
That's very exciting.
I know. So there you go. Quick draw.
Is Reacher a hit or miss? It's
absolute hit. All right. Sorry. Well, we'll see you on the next quick draw.
See ya.